Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Let's just take a deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouth. I think especially during this time, it's just so nice sometimes to be reminded to take that deep breath in and then just exhale it out. I find that so many times moving through our days, we're taking these short, tiny breaths. And it just feels really good to take the time to fully inhale and then fully exhale. Right? It's the end of the day. Everybody's working hard during the day, keeping it together. And I'm just so proud of you guys for continuing to show up for yourselves and this community. I've truly loved doing these meditations, and I look so forward to this being togetherness on these nights. So you can settle into wherever you're sitting. Just find yourself relaxed. Just let the day fall away. Right? You kind of let your shoulders relax. Maybe you just move your neck around a little bit. Really settle into the seat that you're in, feeling fully supported by what's under your legs and your bum, supporting your back and your neck and your arms, right? You deserve to be supported like this in all of the ways. And I fully love supporting you guys as you have supported me by showing up here tonight with your energy. So we're going to take another deep breath in through our nose, breathing in what we need and then exhaling out what we just don't need anymore, what doesn't serve us. And as we take a couple more breaths like that, our journey tonight is going to take us on a journey of trust. We're going to go on a little trip with ourselves, for ourselves. Trust is something that we seem to willingly put into other people. But when it comes to trusting ourselves, it seems like there's always that second guessing, doubting, wondering if it's the best decision for us. And tonight, we're going to take a journey to trust, because that is where the true magic happens in our lives with whatever we're reaching for, our goals, our dreams, things that we want to accomplish, right? And so it's so much easier said than done. Just trust yourself. But most people then wonder, how do I even begin to do that? And tonight we're going to take a journey there. So as you return to regular breathing, I want you guys to think about a time in your life where you felt like you trusted yourself. You felt strong and supported in the ways you were thinking and feeling. And I want you to remember that feeling, how it was in your body. Were you standing up taller? Did you feel lighter on your feet? Did you have a big smile played across your face? And tonight we're going to move towards feeling that way. Tonight we're going to go on a journey. We are outside in nature. We're outside and we're going to be moving towards something that we've been wanting to attain in life, a dream that's been on our heart, a goal that we've written down a couple times maybe, and that we're going to set that out in front of us. We are on a path, and you kind of feel the cool breeze of nature around you. And the thing is, the path isn't always clear. It's a little bit foggy. If you can imagine what it's like on a foggy day, you can't see too far ahead. Maybe it feels a little bit damp on your skin. Maybe you can even smell it in the air. And you're moving along this path, moving forward towards your hopes and dreams and goals. And the thing is, in life, as we move towards those things that we want, we have those moments where we feel like someone lit a fire under our booty, right? To get a little bit closer to that dream. And we may even feel like we start picking up the speed in which we're walking towards it. And on this journey, on this foggy path, you may start to see a little bit of light. And you're headed towards that place because that's the place you want to go. You start lifting up your feet a little bit quicker, maybe moving your arms toward it, starting to think, that's where I want to go. That's how I want to feel. That's what I want. And as you start to move a little bit quicker, maybe feel your heart rate quicken a little bit, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it seems like the skies have opened and someone has dumped like a huge bucket of water all over you. Feel it, the water on your head, streaming down your face, into your ears, right? Onto your shirt, your arms. You feel the coolness of the water and it stops you in your tracks, right? And you look up at the sky and you wonder, where did that come from? What happened? And it stops you just long enough to kind of forget where you were headed. You kind of take a moment to dry off a little bit, maybe wipe the water off your arms, maybe wipe away the water off your face. And now you kind of have to reorient yourself. Where was I headed in my life? What was that thing I was going after? It's so easy sometimes that our day-to-day activities get in the way of those big hopes and dreams and goals that we've been wanting. And sometimes you don't pick up your feet again to move towards that place for maybe days, weeks, months, maybe even years, until something comes along and once again lights that fire under your booty, right? You get that flicker of hope, that whisper in your ear. You're on that path again towards that thing that you want. It's been on your heart for so long. And there you are again, out in nature, on that foggy day, squinting your eyes to try to see, where was that light again? What was I headed towards? And then you see it. You kind of strain your eyes, but you see through the fog that there's a light. And you're reminded of the dream that was placed on your heart. And you start to walk towards it. Maybe feeling alone, maybe feeling a little doubtful, but you keep walking and you find yourself starting to pick up the pace again. And as you do that, you notice that the light is becoming brighter. Maybe even you start to jog towards it. That's right. That's the feeling. That's what I've been chasing. And as you start to pick up speed a little bit, maybe you're even laughing a little bit, seems like the fog is clearing. And then once again, as life does, it seems like, again, the sky has opened and a bucket of water is poured down on you, extinguishing the flame that was just there again. And you look up again saying, where did that come from? What happened again? And you kind of wipe the water out of your eyes. You look around and you're wondering, who is doing that? It stops you in your tracks again. You kind of shiver with the cold. And the first thing on your mind is now to just look for some shelter, some warmth. It's tiring. Continuing to pick up the speed and move toward that thing you want. You've done it multiple times and this thing keeps happening where you're stopped in your tracks and you lose sight of what it is you want. You lose sight of that light that seems so close. You seem like you were really getting closer this time. And then life becomes again the day-to-day activities, which turn into the months and the years. And when we start to wonder, who is doing this to us? Why is this happening? The answer lies within us. The thing is, we've been conditioned in life that the closer we get to a goal or dream, the more excited we seem to get, the bigger the smile, the quicker the pace, as we run a little bit faster towards it. Do you know who's pouring that bucket on our flame? Who's stopping us in our tracks? It's us. We're doing it to ourselves. Because the fear of the unknown, the fear of, but what if I get there and it's even better than I imagined, is scary. See, excitement and fear show up the same way in our bodies. It shows up with our heart rate quickening. It shows up with some short, quick breaths. It shows up with maybe some tingles all over our body. That's the way we physically respond to excitement or fear. And so even though we think we're running towards something wonderful, we stop ourselves in our tracks to protect us from what is unknown. That is what we've continued to do in our lives. When we've attempted to go after those goals and dreams, we stopped ourselves in our own tracks to protect us from maybe what was on the other side, because we don't know yet. So why don't we just stay here in the comfort zone that sometimes gets a little uncomfortable, but we'll just stay here because this is what we know. And then you hear someone say, just trust yourself. And you think, but how do I even begin to do that? On tonight's journey, the vision for us, how will we know, is that I want to take you to a beautiful, sunny summer day down near the ocean. You hear the ocean, you hear the waves. The sun feels good on your face and your skin. And you're walking towards this beautiful house with a big wraparound porch. The flower beds are so beautiful on this house, and you feel yourself being pulled towards it. And you find yourself feeling excited about the prospect of what's there for me. You know energetically this is where you're headed to find your answer. How do I trust myself? Who put me here on this street, down the shore near this beautiful house? And as you take a couple more steps, you see on that beautiful porch a beautiful white wicker chair. It's a rocking chair, and there's somebody in it. And as you get closer, you notice it's an older woman. And you feel yourself start to go up the 3 little steps that are right by the sidewalk. You walk a couple more steps, and you get to the bottom of the steps that are going to lead you up to this woman in this rocking chair. You find yourself smiling as you take one step and another. And this woman looks over at you, puts out her hands and says, "Come on up and join me." You finish climbing the stairs, and as you approach her, and she points to the other white rocking chair next to her and says, "Come and sit down." As you approach her and look into her eyes, you realize it's your 85-year-old self. You knew the minute you looked into her eyes. She says, "Come sit down. I know what you need, and so I invited you here today to give you a gift." And as you sit down, she takes your hand, and you look at her hand, older, right? You look at her nails, and you look at the smile that's played across her face. She just exudes peace, joy, contentment. And you say to her, "How did you know that I needed you?" And she says, "Because I'm the older, wiser version of you." And she says to you, "If I could only go back and tell the younger version of me to trust myself, I would." Because the magic that appears in your life when you just believe a little bit more in yourself than you did yesterday is where the true transformation happens in your life. And you say to her, well, you look so happy and content now. How did you get there? And she says, oh, honey, because the less time that I see ahead for me, the more grounded I am in trusting myself each and every day of my life. That I want to live fully into all of the days that I have. And my gift to you today, to you, your young, beautiful, amazing self, is that it's okay to trust yourself as much as you put the trust in others. Because this is your life. This is your journey. Nobody else is walking the same exact journey as you. I want you to live into all of the days of your life. I don't want you to miss another day of not trusting that what is out there for you was made for you. Your life is waiting for you to show up and trust yourself. And the calendar pages will keep turning. It doesn't wait. But I want to tell you that the day you decide to trust yourself a little bit more than yesterday will be the first day that you truly step into all of the beauty that your life was always meant to be. And as you sit there with your 85-year-old self, you find yourself feeling a little bit stronger than when you got there. You now know that her gift to you was much more than the words. It was the energy that she's giving directly to your soul, to your spirit, to your mind. You are worth it. You know your time is coming to an end. You both stand up. She's so cute in her little sweater. And you give her this huge hug. And she says, thank you for coming to see me. I'm here whenever you need me. And you whisper thank you to her. I needed you. And as you let go, even though you may feel a little sad in leaving her because you felt so empowered in her presence, this confident, beautiful, happy 85-year-old woman, you take a piece of her with you. You start to walk away down the stairs back into that beautiful sunny day. You look back once more and she's just smiling, rocking in that chair. You know she loves you, and you love her. You are her, and she is you. And as you step back onto the sidewalk and walk away from the house, you know now, if you just trust yourself a little bit more than you trusted yourself yesterday, you will get there. As we take a deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouth, let a little smile play across our face. Wiggle our fingers and toes. Maybe move our neck around a little bit. My hope for you is that you take this message with you tonight, tomorrow, and all the days to come, because you are worth it. I love you guys, and I so appreciate you, your spirit, your time, your energy, and I look forward to seeing you guys again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Katie.
Bye, Eloise. Love you guys.